Okay, guys, we are live. It's the Crypto Anarchist, a podcast about cryptocurrencies. A lot of shit happened this week. Who wants
Yeah,
to-
30%.
Yeah. No, not 30%. No, it's been about 50% pullback, 55% almost. Oh no, actually no, we did hit a 55% because we hit 29, and then we bounced off 29. And we went back up to 37k. We're dancing around a bit earlier today. And then the highest we got was 39 something K. And now we dipped back down, and it seems like we are starting to consolidate and build a support. But it's too early to tell yet. But it seems like things are kind of slowing down, and the selling pressure is alleviating.
Well, yeah, I thought the massive sell-off was related to what the CCP had told the Chinese exchanges that they will not be doing any business with the banks. And out of fear, there was a massive sell-off, and the Chinese market is a considerable amount of the market.
Well, yeah, not now to put things into perspective as well. 75% of Bitcoin's hash rate, which is over 50%, and which is not good, is concentrated in China. And because of this, when China does something like that, the market is going to feel it, and the price of Bitcoin is going to fall. I'm pretty sure that miners were dumping, and also businesses in China, corporations that were holding Bitcoin, because they will no longer be able to trade it for fiat capital or yuan over there. So we have a mixture of things that took place this week. Most people already know about Elon Musk trashing Bitcoin and saying about the energy usage. And then his tweet where he said basically a one 6-letter word, indeed, to a thread where he was there was a crypto user on Twitter saying that he wouldn't blame Elon Musk for selling Bitcoin if he did decide to sell Bitcoin, and that Bitcoiners would be kind of salty or mad in Q3 when they found out that Tesla sold all their Bitcoin. And Elon Musk responded with indeed, and that crashed the market, continued to crash the market. He replied back and said that Tesla is not selling Bitcoin. That pushed the market back up. And then we also had Edward Snowden come out and attack the plan for implementing Bitcoin's Taproot implementation, which is a protocol for more privacy on the Bitcoin blockchain. So Snowden called out the Bitcoin developers and everything attacking Bitcoin. Elon attacked Bitcoin. All these people attacking Bitcoin this week. There was also mainstream people attacking Bitcoin. I think a cumulative effort of all this information basically caused the crash of Bitcoin to happen. But on top of that, China pushed things over the edge.
Oh, you're right. I did lose half my money today.
At least
47% loss. Oh god, I should have pressed refresh. Oh well. I don't know. At the end of the day, I've seen this happen before. I was around. I remember the 2018 crash. Hell, I remember when nobody thought this shit was going to be worth anything. In the 2010 era. I was, spending cryptocurrency in areas I shouldn't have, and it never occurred to me back then that any of this would ever be anything other than a currency. And then things have changed, where people think of it as an investment, and yes, there's money to be made. But we saw huge losses. Remember the 2018 crash, and joking aside, I was telling somebody a few days ago, if you have your money all locked up in what's that thing called, Coinbase, if there's gonna be a massive sell off, you should probably get it off there. You won't be able to get it off there because the last time that something like that happened, their servers shut down. And the same thing happened. I read happened today. Nobody was able to pull their money off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not your keys, not your crypto. If you don't hold custody of your crypto, it's not yours. And if you're using a third-party custody solution like Coinbase or BlockFi or any of those that offer you interest for holding onto your cryptocurrency, the reality is that they are not just holding onto your crypto; they are lending it out to others and making a percentage on it, and then giving you a percentage back, while also giving you your capital back when you choose to withdraw. So, if you don't have control of your private keys, then you're going to have a problem moving your capital and exiting the market. And you're not going to be able to exit the market in a day like this. I mean, it's too hectic.
Yeah. I think we were talking before the show. Day trading has been a sucker's game, and a lot of people. And that's something. That was a hard lesson I had to learn.
Don't day trade in crypto. It's such a stupid thing to do. Even in a bull market, day trading, unless you're trading every other day or every couple days, that's a better thing. But if you're trading every single day like you do in the stock market, that's an absolutely dumb thing to do in crypto, because you will lose all your money. Eventually, you will lose all your money. If you get too over leveraged and think that you 100% know what's going to happen with the markets, you will lose all your money.
Yeah, I've made those mistakes.
Same here. Like, it's like destructive.
The thing is, what crypto OGs do is we look for coins that are undervalued and are kind of geared towards to get a pump, or coins that are freshly out there in the market, and get on those coins early with a small investment, say $500 or $1,000. I mean, I've told Mark I've made like $50K in a 4 or 5 period day time from just a $500 investment into a cryptocurrency that goes parabolic and becomes hot. Now, I haven't made the big number of $1 million or anything like that yet, but making $50K like that, the big number bull market, it shows that things are kind of overextended and that things are too easy. Things are way too easy. If I can put $500 in within a matter of 2 months, if I put 2 rounds of $500 in or $1,000, and I can come out with $50K on both of those trades, which is a total of $100K, something's wrong. If I could do that, something's wrong. There's too much excitement in the market. That excitement had to be killed down for this market to continue, in my opinion. I don't think this is the end of the bull market. There's a whole bunch of indicators that are pointing towards this not being the top. There's the Bitcoin rainbow chart that it just shows that it's not the top of the market. There's the Puel multiple. There's all sorts of indicators that kind of show that we're not at the top yet. So I don't think this is the end of the bull market. I think that it's going to recover and go back up. With that said, the manipulation that we've seen here from Elon Musk and others as well is shocking, because there was billions and billions of dollars that were moving in order to do this and crash the market like this. So whoever it is, they took advantage of all the bad news and were able to start the dump on the market. And then, other people started dumping after they initiate the initial dump. And there's proof of this too. It's on-chain data showing that there was manipulation in the market. So, I mean, to me, it's obvious that this isn't the top of the market, and I mean, I could be wrong, obviously, but I don't think so.
Well,
No, we've seen this. We've seen this happen before.
I could be wrong. Well, no, we've never seen a negative 55% drop in a bull market that didn't end the bull market.
yeah. Yeah, well, in the same way as Elon Musk jumped in and all these big investors joined in with him, I think they pretty much like jumped out after him too when he said it, and they all shorted on Bitcoin. So that's what I'm assuming. And then you have
I just want to say short Tesla. That's all I gotta say.
yeah, switch your Tesla stock into crypto. Yeah. I mean, this is one company and has a lot, had some billions invested, but you can see that what one company does in damage to a legitimate thing, like a legitimate cryptocurrency that really has a future. So, yeah, it's sad to me.
Well, I think it's an opportunity. I think that Bitcoin is way undervalued right now. It's oversold. That's fucking for sure. The RSI is showing that it's completely oversold. So, I mean, you make of that what you will. If the RSI is pointing to being oversold, in my opinion, I see a bounce coming soon. And it is notable that we are only on Wednesday of the week. We still have Thursday and Friday, so the market could pull back to 40K and above. It's not out of the realm of possibility, and it wouldn't be something crazy that we've seen before. I mean,
well, yeah. Go ahead.
It already happened like 3 hours ago. It like for me 0030. It already went up to 40K again. Now it's back down to like 36.7K, but it already went back up to 40K. So yeah, depends on the community.
So wait. So it did. So it briefly breached 40K.
Yeah, it already recovered back to 40K. Well, almost 40K, but it already recovered today, or yesterday for me, but for you guys still today. So that's 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
now it is.
I mean,
go ahead. There is some delay. Just go talk.
No. I was just gonna say here's the thing, that it has to establish support above 35K. So if we establish support between 35K, 37K, and then we push back up to 40K, that's perfect. Now, if we break 35K, we're going all the way down to 30K, possibly lower. That's where things will get scary. That's where it's like, all right, everybody who invested in this market is now in a loss. Then I would be like, okay, this is the bear market. But we're just touching it. We haven't yet breached it.
No.
Yeah, it looks like the ticker looks like a slide. That's bad. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's bad, but
Yeah.
at some point it becomes like the perfect moment to jump in for like normal people soon, right? I mean, it was super high and then it got like hyped all over the media and stuff. But for more normal people, way too expensive. Thinking like this might be actually a good opportunity to jump in low and like make this like a real community thing instead of like one big company leading everything, because Tesla was like deciding what was happening. That's not a good thing. Never.
I didn't even think about that. How many, if they were still holding on to Bitcoin, how much they've lost. Holy shit. Well, at the same time, yeah, you're like you're saying, this is a good time to buy on the dip. You might lose a little bit, you might lose a lot, but if you hold on to
Tesla already made their money back on what they put in. Like, they've already made their money back. They took out profits in March. So I mean, it's not going to be a big deal to them. Elon is just has proven how much of a dick he is. That's what he's done.
yeah, there was a lot of weird, stuff in the market. Like Doge was pumped up. That's a coin that has unlimited circulating supply.
Yeah, exactly. That is the perfect point too. Dogecoin, unlimited supply, people. I don't know if you realize that or not. It's a fork of Bitcoin. It has the same economic code as Bitcoin, but, big thing, unlimited supply. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, that's zero value. Like in Bitcoin, you have a limited supply. You have actual usage. You have an actual market. You can buy things with Bitcoin, meaning people can use it, and there are ATMs for Bitcoin, meaning there is a real economy behind it. And with a limited supply in a real economy, you have the perfect scenario for endless deflation because there is a limited supply. People are always going to need more, so you have the perfect opportunity to make a lot of money with it because it can only go up in the long term as long as there is more usage. So the only way to get
Dogecoin has usage of paying for some products that have now started to accept Dogecoin, but I don't think they realize too that it's an unlimited supply.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's no value. This is essentially no value at all, just like the fiat currency system.
Yeah, I was surprised.
No value.
SHIB made it to the top 100.
No, it was in the top 17 when I saw it, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, yes. I bought a whole bunch. I bought a couple million. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I saw a dip after Vitalik sold a whole bunch of Shiba to charities and donated Shiba to charities, and then he burned, 42% of their supply or whatever. I saw that dip, and I was just like, all right, well, here, gambling, and I was like, all right, I'm putting 1,500 in Shiba. I put 1,500 into it, and then I watched it all go down. Right now, it's $100.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it's times like this. At this point, if you're still holding on to your money, don't fucking sell it. At this point, you're not gonna be able to make your money back. Like really, like you're just gonna. I mean, if you sell everything right now, you're gonna take a huge loss. You're better on holding on to your coins for a rainy day, and just forgetting about it. Because if you keep on watching the ticker like some of my friends do, you drive yourself nuts.
Yeah, I remember now there is all this negative media attention saying like Bitcoin crashing, Bitcoin being destroyed, right? So it's going to drop, right? But at some point the trend is off, and the community has to embrace it.
It doesn't last forever.
Yeah. I remember we're still on, what is it now, $37.4 thousand in value for a single Bitcoin. And if you look like 2 years ago, yeah, you will laugh, right? So that's the thing. It's already far more valuable than 2 years ago. imagine having like a gold price like that increase. So it doesn't make sense to
Yeah,
drop
coin
it.
market cap at 1.5 trillion still. So the market is bigger than it was about 2 years ago.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, even like 1 year ago, it was like, what is it? A market cap of like 300 billion. So, yeah.
I'm just so surprised that Tether is still in the top 100. I mean, whatever happened to that the Tether scam where I thought that the creators had stolen their own money and said it was a theft? Do you remember that?
Yeah, they went to for Tether, and they found no evidence of any misdoing, and let them go. So Tether's fine now. Tether's clear, and they also now prove that every Tether is backed by a item of value or
Dollar for dollar.
dollar. Yeah, no, they proved it. It was all audited and everything by auditing professionals and all of that jazz. So I mean, the Tether stuff's over. And I mean, the Tether FUD was basically through all the way through 2018, 2019 is when we were hearing all about that. But what I was going to say is, if it makes you guys feel better today, I looked at my portfolio and I was like, "Holy fuck! I'm down 150K." I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
You lost 150,000 bucks?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. I thought I had reasons to cry. I lost like 700 bucks.
Yeah, I lost about 150 so far.
I think I'm going to send you back the 50 bucks you sent me for the domain names. Now I feel bad.
No, I mean, I still have a pretty big stack. But 150K, I mean, that's still a lot of money. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have some Nvidia cards. Maybe you can mine it back.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So like
It'll go back up. I'm in all the good cryptocurrencies that are going to go up in value over time because they're actually being used to build things.
Oh yeah, ADA Cardano was invented by some mathematicians. I was surprised it took people this long to realize that it's legit. It's a legit third generation coin.
I mean, Charles Hoskinson was one of the Ethereum co-founders. I mean, I was in a call with Charles and I spoke to him and everything. So yeah, it's a legitimate project. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot of fucking shit coins out there. A lot of pump and dumps. I don't. It's.
Oh yeah. Every meme coin is basically a shit coin.
But the volatility is huge now on Bitcoin. The volatility, like seriously, it's like it goes up and down like 2-3% the whole time. I see it like live in front of me, right? It goes to like 36,000, 37,000, back to 36, almost 38. Like this is some sick ass volatility on a coin of this value. Just saying, you're talking about what? Hundreds of billions moving.
Yeah, literally, and I think it was a lot of it was revolving around the CCP's announcement yesterday, and that scares people in the Chinese market.
And China has 75% of the hash rate mining for Bitcoin. So only 25% is not in China. So because of that, Bitcoin is not decentralized right now. It's very centralized towards China. And if we're to go forward, it has to be more decentralized. Where China holds so much state game. especially now since China has banned corporations from dealing in crypto. So now it's time to move the hash rate power out of China.
Whatever happened to the Genesis project in Iceland? You remember that?
No.
Yeah, they have two huge warehouses. You can rent rental space, and like they don't even bother charging you. They do charge you for electricity costs, but the cooling costs, I guess, are because it's in Iceland. They don't have to worry about so much as the fans going on. But there's two warehouses the size of like a basketball stadium, and they have thousands and thousands of miners over there. I never followed through with what had happened to it because it was so expensive to even get started on their platform, and they had it. You were lucky to get a mining rig if you were, because they were always like pre-bought.
Hey, and so
by Genesis.
why is Ethereum dropping so bad? What does that have to do with it? Because Bitcoin dropping would be like an opportunity to have like Ethereum getting more like a bigger market share, right?
The markets are all to Bitcoin because they're all in trading to Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Ethereum has not had a chance to break free from the correlation with the Bitcoin market. Main reason is probably it can't scale right now. The scalability with Ethereum is absolute shit. The gas fees are so high that people can't trade on Uniswap or even just a normal swap of one cryptocurrency for another. It costs like 200, 300, 500 of Ethereum to do a transaction. And interacting with smart contracts, I'll tell you, some fetch .ai, and it cost me $200 for the contract interaction, and then on top of that, for the deposit, it cost me another $200. So in total, I spent $400 to stake on Fetch AI, and I was only staking $1,500 worth. It's just useless. It's useless right now. Ethereum is useless. Bitcoin is slow and has always been. It hasn't gotten an upgrade. What's really crashing the market is the miners in China are probably dumping Bitcoin because they can no longer sell Bitcoin in China to their banks and everything and work it that way. So now they have to go under the table to OTC. And I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. I'm looking at the miner chart for total hash rate, and I see a correlation between the market dropping today and the hash rate also dropping as well. And that's that more miners are shutting off right now. That's why the hash rate's dropping. Is their rig. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens going forward. I have my bets on Cardano because it's a project that's been worked on for years by scientists and engineers and everything, and they're release smart contracts. And when they contracts, I think when they release those contracts in August, hopefully, I think we'll see a turnaround in the markets shortly before that. So I think late July is when we'll see a turnaround in the markets.
Hey, what is special about Cardano?
Really,
it's like a legit third generation coin, and a lot of thought and planning and scalability went into it. I haven't read the white paper, but I do know a little bit about its background. A lot of people that were involved in the project were like legit mathematicians, and yeah, as far as that's my knowledge.
I would say what's special about Cardano is in regards to what they're trying to accomplish is much bigger than what Ethereum was trying to accomplish. Charles has a very philosophical mind, and he also wants to help people, and he has a philanthropist view. And he wants to use Cardano to revolutionize third world countries, like countries in Africa. So I think what's so special about Cardano is Charles himself, and that Cardano is a blockchain that has gone under peer review, hundreds and hundreds of papers under peer review. For the past couple of years, they've been building this and taking it under peer review and going back and fixing things. And they've delayed things here and there, yes, but still, it's the fact that they're taking the approach of science and make sure it works before releasing it, other than let's release it and then fix things later like Ethereum did. Now, the scalability problem that Ethereum has are very severe, and we don't know when we're going to get a scalability solution for Ethereum. It could be later, say October, November. It could be next year. But we don't know when we're getting a scalability solution for Ethereum. And everybody is kind of using Ethereum right now for their dApps, and it's the most popular blockchain for dApps. And the issue is that because Ethereum is so expensive now, it's created a economy, I would say, where the rich get richer off of these decentralized lending apps and stuff, and the poor can't afford to get in the doors because there's these high fees of like $200, $300, whatever it is. So it really creates a gap of wealth in crypto with Ethereum, and honestly, with Cardano coming into play, there's a chance here for other people to kind of get on to the train and get on a little bit early. Now, you're not super early because that would have been at 2 cents, and then mid tier would have been somewhere around 20 to 50 cents, and but right now it's about $1 or something. So everybody has a chance to jump into Ethereum and see where things are going to go with Cardano, because it's an early project still. There's no smart contracts. There's the smart contracts that are gearing Ethereum. The smart contracts that are focused mostly now within Ethereum are moving to other chains like Cardano, Solana. There's Atom, Cosmos. There's Algorand. There's all sorts of other chains. But my main point is that with Ethereum, they already have the smart contracts. Solana, they just launched smart contracts in the Solana mainnet, so they have some apps now, but they're starting to build things out. So that's another one that you want to look out for is Cardano and Solana. So people are still early in cryptocurrencies. some of these cryptocurrencies, they just started launching their main nets, or Cardano. They haven't even launched their smart contracts yet. You guys are still a little bit early for all this, and it's not going away. Even if Bitcoin crashes, it's not going away. I mean, there'll be other cryptocurrencies that'll take over.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world for cryptocurrency. You might lose a lot of money, but it's not the end of cryptocurrency.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You might lose a lot of money. I mean, 150K to me is not a big hit. So.
Oh my god. You know you can buy a house of that money, right, in my country. Oh my fucking god.
I'm sorry that I lost the house, Mark, of your
Yeah.
country.
Send me one of those houses. I want to give a shout out to Leo Finance Group on Hive. I just posted on there. Like, should be some people.
Yeah. I know them.
Should
I
be-
know the. Yeah.
Good group, right, on Hive. I mean,
so-
they're active. They should be jumping in on this episode soon.
Yeah, that's cool. They're not bad. When I was writing on.
Is he cutting out?
He's cutting out a bit, yeah.
No, I was moving.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I saw a few big names, in the internet world, saying it was the death of cryptocurrency, but it really, I mean, that's like comparing today, like the stock market crash, in 29, really isn't the same situation,
No.
No, it's different situations. It's different levels of adoption. I mean, I don't think that that we're going anywhere. I don't think crypto is going anywhere. I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. I am kind of happy that China did this, because that will kick out the hash rate out of China and allow us to get more hash rate other places. And I mean, in China, they've been doing dirty mining anyway. So I mean,
what's going to happen to Tron now that now they can't deal with? I mean, does Tron have offices in other countries?
I don't know if Tron's even in the Chinese country. To be honest, I
They
think
were,
that
right?
most of those companies moved to Hong Kong, but with China trying to take over Hong Kong, I mean, who the fuck knows, right?
Taiwan would be a better option right now, but I mean, it's only going to buy you a little bit of time.
So, what about... Okay, so I have another thing I want to talk about. Like, this is kind of weird, but AK actually informed me about it, that Anonymous is starting its own cryptocurrency.
What?
Well, wait. Don't wait. Now you're just baiting me. It's not technically Anonymous is starting its own cryptocurrency. It's the big Facebook page that says it's Anonymous, that runs news, is starting its own cryptocurrency. And the cryptocurrency is, surprise, surprise, attached to what? Social fucking media. Like, everybody wants to create a fucking social media site, and none of you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. That's a pretty closed market, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this guy
Will
running
be when
that
I'm involved.
that guy running that big page, he wants to give everyone an anonymous coin when they post on social media.
Well, what if you don't want it?
I don't want the fucking coin. There was those. There was this this page years ago. It was giving like anonymous membership cards.
I don't want your shitcoin.
You could buy these membership
Yeah,
cards.
you know what? This might actually, the China thing might actually be a good thing because there's a lot. I mean, I'm not talking shit on China, but there was a lot of fucking like shit coin and a lot of shit coins coming out in the last 2 years out of China. You know, like
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a fact and well known that most of the Ponzi schemes have come out of either China or India.
yeah, even it's been up and Indian government's been up and down, but ultimately, I think the Indian government is going to kind of ban it out of the country.
Well, India today said that they were going towards the regulation approach over the banning approach.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, I think that might be a swing back at China. You know, because they love to like one up on China. So if China is banning cryptocurrency, oh no, we cannot ban crypto now. We have to, allow it. So I mean, like,
I see.
it's very funny watching what's happening with the regulations and everything.
I see Thor in the chat. This is not actually about your cryptocurrency idea. This is about that anonymous page on Facebook that pretty much launched a similar idea. Like I would be very interested in launching our own cryptocurrency. I wouldn't use the anonymous name for it. It doesn't make any sense for me. Like, especially because it's like that's like a bubble.
Well, yeah, that plus, you might want to actually have an idea first. You can't just fucking.
Somebody bought it. It was a coin attached to like the porn sites and shit. So that way your wife wouldn't have to know that you were, buying porn and shit or whatever. But then like, I guess
okay.
Coins, yeah.
Spank coin.
Yeah. So like, but like I the guy I was talking to just kind of went nowhere after a while,
Yeah. Well, I was talking about
sure
it.
If we launched Spank the sure it would fucking go up like crazy.
Yeah, I was talking about it with Thor actually to start our own thing. I'm just like thinking like, you shouldn't do like the whole anonymous thing for it. Like you can, like there's such a closed market. You can do like so many different things. Like why don't you like focus on like a really big market? Like what's it? This anonymous thing is like a super small bubble these days. I mean,
focus on actually fixing something that needs to be fixed, as opposed to just a quick money grab type of deal. I mean,
I would probably focus on the gamer market.
That's what all these people.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the lag, guys. There is like this huge lag going on because we're trying it on Telegram, and I'm not sure if this is the right thing for the future, but it causes lags between us.
Yeah, the market dropped 500 billion today.
That's about
and
the value.
150K of my money is.
Well, it's plus 400 and some change, but almost 500. So.
Yeah, that's about the size of the economy of Belgium or the economy of Sweden, I think. So, same.
Yeah, I'd just like to say fuck you, Elon. Because you're the one who fucking started this. That's all I got to say.
People, people wouldn't have paid attention to the Chinese thing, but I even Bloomberg kind of missed that one. I don't know. I don't. A lot of people who aren't familiar with cryptocurrency will say this is a bubble, this is a boom. Well, cryptocurrency's been around for like a decade. Whether a lot of people know it or not. A decade is a pretty long time. That wouldn't call a decade a bubble or a boom. The dot-com boom only lasted, I think it was a good 6 or 7 years, and we're past that. I don't know. I think people that make those kind of statements really just don't understand what is going on. They always make this argument that the inherent value of cryptocurrency is zero. Well, the same thing is for fiat currency. Let's say, God forbid that your government or whoever's controlling your money started printing more money overnight without any regulation, like what happened in Zimbabwe and or the economic situation that happened in Venezuela, where now it's like a few million bolivar just to buy a cheeseburger. The inherent value of your money could be zero. And then people go, well, why don't you just go to gold or diamonds or whatever? Even those are, those could be the same way. Well, who knows if one day we find a big main, and then there's more of a circulating supply, you would think that the value would be less. And that seems to be the opposite of what is going on. Even with the diamond market, there's not a shortage of diamonds either. But yet, for some reason, they are worth a lot.
Yeah. Like diamonds are harvested in like Ivory Coast and stuff, and why these people make nothing for these diamonds.
So each cryptocurrency has, I'm not going to say every cryptocurrency, but there's economic code, there's staking, there's all sorts of reasons that a crypto can have value in it, as opposed to just buying and selling with the cryptocurrency. So, I mean, this argument of crypto doesn't have value. I mean, Bitcoin is mined with electricity. You're training electricity and energy for Bitcoin. So, without electricity and energy, you wouldn't be able to mine Bitcoin. So wouldn't that mean that the value of Bitcoin comes from the mining and like the energy that it takes to put into mining it? I mean, that's the thing, like proof of work, right? So, theoretically, you could set up an entire fucking field of solar panels and mine Bitcoin with solar energy if you wanted. I mean, you can mine it with fucking solar energy or wind energy, or, I mean, you could set it up so you can mine with wind turbines. You could set it up so you can mine with, what's that other type of energy? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Solar, wind.
Oh, there's you can also do Bloomberg boxes where they Rosenblum boxes where they use gases to create electrical charge. Yeah, but there's all sorts of creative ways you can do that are from renewable sources.
And that's the point, is that it's from the renewable energy, and we could actually mine crypto with renewable energy. And the fact is saying that, Bitcoin has no value because it's just a digital thing. It has no value. Well, there's only 21 million of it. Number one. Number two, you're putting mining equipment to mine the digital asset. I mean, what more would you need to know that it would give it value? The people mining it believe that it has value, right? So they sell, people mining it sell it for value.
Yeah, an amp miner will cost you, roughly a good one will cost you about $100 a month in just electricity costs.
Yeah, You have to add to that at first it was not like that, right? I mean, this is like because the difficulty became so high now and costs so much to mine Bitcoin that yeah, it is like that now. But the early days it was not like that. I mean, normal users at home could mine it.
Well, it's genius. It's genius. The more miners that mine Bitcoin, the higher the difficulty rate goes. So the less miners, the lower the difficulty rate goes. So it's genius. It's absolute genius. The more people who mine Bitcoin, the harder it becomes to mine.
Yeah, of course. But at some point, it's only going to be like governments or huge corporations able to mine it, right? Like
At some point, yeah, we've already crossed that point. I mean, yeah, you can build a mining rig. Yeah, you can make a little bit of money, but to make any kind of serious amount of money, you need a lot of equipment. Not coins, but with Bitcoin specifically, yes, you do.
Yeah, I mean it's night and day. It's like you can mine it, yes, but you are not going to make a lot of money, and it's not even worth it because you're not going to be able to pay your cost for operation. I mean, you know, pay the electricity bill, you know, and then you won't have that much of a profit. I mean, maybe you might get like a $20 or $30 profit now. I mean, I don't see it being much of a profit at all if you're using ASIC mining machines and to mine Bitcoin and you're paying that type of electricity bill. It depends on where you're at, obviously, but I don't see it. I think you need a whole mining farm to even be able to see any type of gain from Bitcoin like that.
Well, there are other coins to mine, you know, besides Bitcoin. It's just gotten to the point where, you know, you need a lot of equipment just to make ends meet.
Well, I mean, if he's looking to mine, it's Ergo. That's the coin that all the miners are going to now because Ethereum is shifting to proof of stake, and Ethereum's no longer profitable to mine. It is now, but I'm saying in the future it won't be. You won't be able to mine in the future, right? So because they're taking away the mining functionality and shifting Ethereum to proof of stake, people are shifting away from Ethereum now and seeing what coins that they can mine in a profit. So Ergo is one of the ones that a lot of miners are focused on right now.
What do you think? What do you think? Do you think this would this crash or that was happening today? Do you think it will have any effect on NFTs?
I think it already has. I mean, the thing is, like, value of NFTs is judged by Ethereum, right? Most NFTs are judged by Ethereum. So, you know, the value of Ethereum as it goes down, so does the value of the NFT. So, you know, cryptocurrency can do amazing things and change the world, but we have to get it right. And the way that it is now, where Bitcoin has 75% of hash power in China, is not good. And this should teach us a lesson, and we should have learned that lesson back in April when the first time the market crashed due to Chinese miners being shut off briefly, just abruptly, just shut off, and the market crashed in April. So, I mean, I'm looking at the hash rate right now, and the hash rate is also started to crash down. In addition to you know, the market crashing down at the same time, it's a good correlation. And it also shows that after this crash, miners started turning off their rigs, and the difficulty of mining Bitcoin went down because of that as a result.
Yeah, it went down quite a bit. It's like
Imagine that.
20 terahash a day.
I also just saw, I just to kind of segue that in, I saw that there was a article here. NiceHash disables crypto withdrawals, burning miners as crypto crashes.
Yeah, that's what I
So
wanted to say.
NiceHash, one of the largest mining farms or mining pools. I'm sorry, not farms, mining pools has shut off withdrawals to their platform. Is this an exit scam coming? Maybe. Uh,
Probably.
the guy before, the CEO, he used to write. I think it was ransomware. I'm pretty sure he used to write ransomware. I'm pretty sure the CEO used to write ransomware, and sell it.
Yeah, well, look, if the value
I'm
goes
pretty
up again, it will be fine. If the value goes down further, yeah, there's going to be an exit scam. He's not going to pay out stuff. Simple.
Yeah, I kind of think that that's the way that it's going to go with some crypto businesses because of this crash like this. You know, we don't expect a 55% move in a day like this. But it's just a combination of everything that's going on right now that it's been so much negativity and so much negative news that that's all we've been bombarded with. And I think, personally, I think some whales took advantage of all the negative news and everything and coordinated a dump. And I think that when they initiated that dump, that's when the dump started to take place. That's how I see it. And there's some on-chain analysis stuff that I'm looking at that kind of indicates that being the case. So I personally feel that the Bitcoin market will go back up. I don't think this is the end of the bull market. I think it's just cooling off, and we kind of really needed this type of a pullback.
Of course, it's going to go back up. There's no reason why it shouldn't. Like, it's now so big that it is used as an alternative. Like, there's literally a real economy behind it. So, I think it's only useful that these big companies jump out. These opportunists like Elon Musk. And I think pretty much when he broke the news that Tesla would stop with that stuff, that they pretty much shorted on Bitcoin, right? Second after. And other big companies started shorting too on Bitcoin. And that's just how they make money. And at some point they just have to go out of it and leave the scene, right? Have the community take over.
I think you're right that as soon as Elon said those tweets and started kind of hinting that, oh, I might jump out of BTC, a lot of people panicked. Who do follow Elon, and he does have a lot of millionaires and billionaires that follow him. So that's how he's easily able to move the market like that.
Yeah, but keep in mind they also jumped in Bitcoin because of him when he said they adopted it, and then it went up. So they jumped in with him, and now those are like huge whales, and they jump out of it, and now you can see the effect of it. Yeah, it's going to drop like 20k in value.
Yeah, I think so too. I think exactly what you're saying. I think that they got in with Elon, and when he started teasing and saying that, oh, I might sell, they got panicked that he was going to sell before they were, and they sold.
Yeah. Keep in mind, he did say also that he was looking at an alternative crypto that would have less effect on the environment. So it's very possible that there will be an announcement like a week from now that he's like jumping in another thing, like Ethereum or something, right? That will go up like wild. So.
Oh no, Ethereum is about as bad for the environment as Bitcoin is.
Yeah, I'll just give an example. You probably know better.
Yeah. The top three eco-friendly cryptocurrencies is number 1, Ripple. Number 2, Elon's favorite cryptocurrency ever, Dogecoin. Number 3 is Cardano. And then we have Chia Coin, and we have Algorand. So
Yeah, so it's very possible
and
he will
Chia-
jump in one of those, and then that will go up like wild.
yeah, it's very possible that Elon's going to jump into another cryptocurrency like that. It's very possible that he'll, besides picking Dogecoin, because he loves Dogecoin's meme and all of that, and the guy just pisses me off. Like, he really pisses me off. He went on TV with the Saturday Night Live skit and mocked cryptocurrency right before he did all of this. Did anybody realize that? He went on Saturday Night Live and he mocked cryptocurrency to millions and millions of viewers, saying that cryptocurrency was a quote-unquote hustle.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then the next day after that, he starts saying, should Tesla accept Dogecoin? One day after that, he says Tesla's no longer accepting Bitcoin. Like, fuck out of here. Like, this guy's been playing the market this whole entire fucking week like a fiddle.
Yeah, it reminds me of that literally like the Tesla symbol in Bitcoin, in the Bitcoin value back then. Had literally a Tesla symbol in it. Like, what was it called?
Yeah, I was seeing some logos like that are going around for a few days.
Yeah, I know you saw like the... I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but like the Bitcoin price value thing back then. They all said like, is it only me or does it look like a Tesla logo? When they jumped in and when they like announced they would go out and then they went in again, you literally saw like in the value in the graph a Bitcoin or a Tesla logo. Like, that's how much power they have over the market.
The chart.
Yeah, the chart, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. And that's the thing, too. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, that just shows that there's massive possibility to manipulate this market.
Yeah. And Elon Musk, yeah. Like,
You gotta understand.
Go ahead.
But I was just gonna say, you gotta understand, this market is not that large. It's very easy to manipulate some of these cryptocurrencies, especially the lower cap cryptos. I mean, it's very easy to pump up a price and then wait for everybody to buy and then dump on them. That's what some of these people do. So, I mean, it's very evident that there's manipulation in this market, and you also have to understand how small this market is compared to, say, the stock market or the bonds market or real estate or any of those markets. You know, this market is tiny. Bitcoin's sitting at like 600 billion right now.
Well, I think a year from now we'll look at it as like a hiccup, our market correction, as you would say.
Yeah. I think this is a correction, in my opinion. And until we break 29, I'm not worried.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of mining, I might just get back into it after. I don't know. I might think about doing it again.
It's not really worth it. Except maybe mining Ergo. It's not really worth it. The proof of work mining cryptocurrencies are disappearing, and it's kind of people are realizing that proof of work doesn't work.
Yeah.
So everything's moving towards proof of stake.
Yeah, you might be right. I mean, God, all these like servers like just sitting around kind of doing nothing. uh, well, we'll see. We'll see in the next few days if it goes up or down. But am I the only? What happened to the? Am I the only one on the call?
No. Thought you were, but you're not.
Sorry.
I think we discussed everything. I don't think there's anything more to discuss. I mean,
Okay, well then.
I'm pretty sure everything.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Pretty much. Other than don't sell if you already made a loss. Don't sell. Really, I mean, I've always told this to anybody who's invested in anything. If you can't part with the money, don't even bother. Then you're looking at it the wrong way. Always look at it like towards a long term investment.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, if you can't afford to lose it, don't invest it.
Exactly.
okay, well let's bring in the chaos. We have discussed everything. Welcome, Chaos. You've been at it.
It says Chaos is listening.
Chaos,
I'm listening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, good. And what's that supposed to mean? Am I supposed to be the chaos? I would consider myself the voice of reason. And one thing is, of course, we should be launching our own cryptocurrency and using the anonymous network to our advantage. So this token guy, he's actually into like some smart ideas here. And that's how the kids think, We could totally sell them a social media currency, value 0. But to them, it would be the most wonderful thing on the planet.
Well, coins like that have been theorized before. There's Minecoin and there was Libra coin, and they kind of went nowhere
because it required a ton of hard work.
Well, it wasn't that they were limited to the platforms that they were using them on. I mean, other than they promised the sun, the moon, and the stars you could get an Uber ride with a Libra coin, and it never came to fruition.
Yeah, that's kind of like you need to think it through and make sure it actually is something. But we could do that.
So if you start your own crypto, what would you do? Push behind that as like an economy? Like you have that guy on Facebook who he runs that big anonymous page, whatever. Like what is it, like 13 million followers? And he said like anonymous launching his own crypto.
Yeah. Remember the one that I worked with that you hate? Yeah, that guy. That guy's the one who launched the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, didn't we just have him on some live show?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think he will join us on a live show. He's way too...
we had some other guy who has access to some millions of people, anonymous page. And that's the problem with this faggy network. Pardon my French, but people don't fucking work together. And at least our enemy has that part down. Give some orders. Just get some minions, and you get shit done.
Well, you'd have to convince people and exchanges that the currency is anything of value. That would be the big con job you'd have to pull on people with millions. There are many coins have come and gone, but you got to convince somebody who's willing to invest actual fiat into it.
Yeah, but when it comes to cryptocurrency has intrinsic value in that it's a code for a transaction done on the blockchain. It produces something. It's much more a resource than any normal currency would be. I thought this was kind of something everybody got, but yeah, cryptocurrency is not just digital nothingness. It is something that does something. In this case,
it depends on what
it generates a unique code to secure a transaction, and that is of the value, of course.
But every cryptocurrency does that. That's the thing. So, that's not really something that you could say, oh, our coin does this. Well, so does like 100 other cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, but of course we will. Our coin will be much cooler than these other lame coins. You don't want some lame coin when you can have a cool coin.
Yeah.
You have to understand what you're trying to sell it to, man.
Yeah, but what do you put behind it, right? You need like a real economy behind it. I'm
not gonna say that on the live stream, but I was trying to get you on the call earlier to actually talk to you about it. I'm not even going to put it in writing on fucking Discord. I'm not stupid.
Okay, I get that.
But I have a good fucking idea, trust me.
Okay, yeah, because you need a real economy, right? That's the thing. Like Bitcoin is actually being used. Like you have Bitcoin ATMs, and you have Bitcoin. You can buy stuff with Bitcoin online. You can buy like domain names, like web hosting and stuff. You can buy all that kind of stuff with Bitcoin.
The thing is, what people don't realize is that Bitcoin took on its own nature of people who kind of championed it and started building with it. So, for you to get that type of exposure for your crypto will take a lot of luck and marketing.
Oh, I'm a pretty smart marketer, dude. Oh, I so want to tell you my idea, but I fucking can't because, then the cat's out of the bag and somebody else will run with it. Maybe one of our 4 viewers.
Yeah.
I see you're out there. You're like, one of them is like a CIA agent or something.
Of course, it's the first episode. They have to jump on it like instantly.
Yeah. But yeah, I just saw a video about shadow banning that I missed. It's from like 2018, and it's like Twitter people on hidden camera talking about how they shadow ban people on their platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just missed that one, but of course it's not a secret.
That's from Project Veritas. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that also like Twitter was hacked, right, with these SIM swap things, and then there was like the whole leak about. You saw literally like that panel. They had like the panel like at the back end where you had like a button to like shadow ban people and like make trends untrend and all these things. I think AK you actually posted that somewhere. I think you posted that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a whole panel, like behind the scenes they have like a whole panel. They can just click one button and make like a trending topic on trend and stuff. That's the kind of stuff they can do.
Yeah. They have some smart machines there. keep on teaching them every day.
Yeah, but what?
But yeah.
The question is, are they also doing that with crypto stuff? Like in this case too, like with the whole crypto crash and everything. Like, do they also manipulate these things for investors and stuff? Like a guy like Musk or something. Like a guy like Elon Musk, can he like make it trending when he contacts Twitter or whatever? Make sure that everyone sells or something?
Well, that is pretty much what happened. He opened his mouth, and whole crypto, collective just folded, and then he said something else, and a few people got some faith back. It's just like some stupid fucking game, and yeah, he's pretty much playing it like a fiddle, like you said earlier. So, yeah. But if you're asking if there's some like inside type technical stuff, manipulating those numbers in the market as such, that's a more complicated question. Can you quote unquote hack the stock market? Is it being done on a regular basis?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the stock market and the computers used to run it. So, but I'm guessing such a big system is pretty easily manipulated. At least fed false positives and bad info. So I guess there is a possibility, that a stock can be quote unquote shadow banned.
Yeah. Like, if you want, like, okay, so with the whole, for example, like the delete Facebook or whatever campaign, right? Would like Twitter be on board with that, amplify it, or would they like systematically stop it from trending, like after a while?
I think at the end of the day, they would probably opt to not support that, just because it's like, finance revolution that will probably
YouTube and Facebook.
Come again?
Twitter are openly partners with Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
In their interest.
And you don't want to like stoke that fire, that revolution that will come for your head next.
Yeah. It's just like with these energy companies or like with internet companies. Those are like the three big ones making like agreements to work together and stuff and divide the market at some point. And they don't want like new players in, and they use tricks to partner behind the scenes. They all connect to each other too. Like, you can automatically post to whatever. Like you can automatically post to Twitter from like to like Facebook and in between and stuff. And you always see the same buttons on all these websites. It's always like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can instantly share to it and stuff. And then they share details of things. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. At the end of the day, it's a big data collecting operation. And if you wanna sell stuff, you need to know your customer, and of course, this is the peak of that we've had in history. These people know more about you than you know yourself, probably. At least when it comes to the algorithms collecting all your unique patterns, like the way you type something or the way you move your cursor.
Yeah,
that's a code.
Yeah, it took me a lot of effort to break through.
That's a code that you could never pick up, but a machine can make a code out of that in a second, a millisecond.
Yeah, it took me a lot of effort to break through like the Twitter censorship. I finally did it, but it took a lot of effort. It cost us like 12 accounts. So yeah.
Yeah, you have to work via proxy, other people. That usually helps.
Hey, so what is left? What should we mention now after that? Like, we mentioned the whole crypto crash.
We should mention that, that we need everybody on the team and working together. At least the people who think the same way as we do. We want everybody in, everybody contacting this page, channel, or whatever you're, listening on, and join the effort to fight the monsters, to starve the beast and rage against the machine or whatever.
Yeah. So we have some data there, I guess. I was just thinking, like, about the whole Elon Musk thing. Like, I still think it's positive that this happened and that they're jumping out. It's like, seriously.
What if we could somehow?
They have said that they're not jumping out. So if they did jump out, it'll be very interesting. But Elon tweeted, Tesla's not selling Bitcoin, and said he's not selling Bitcoin. So we'll see.
So what if we could turn this situation to our advantage?
I would buy on the dip, to be honest.
Well, I suggest that you people remain on this call after we're done live streaming, and I have something to discuss with you.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, like we're just trying to like reach people in the crypto community now. It will take some effort because it's just important that we provide our anarchist message into the world, I guess. Like,
yeah, let's join forces and get our resources together. And we outnumber them, 1,000,000 to 1.
we do, but I think the big issue is that the crypto market was still too small, and these big billionaires still have control over it, especially with their whole media empire. Like, this Elon Musk jumps out of it.
Yeah, but
yeah, go ahead.
we do have people on our side inside media, inside this and that. The problem is that we lack coordination, like that other military structure we're trying to fight. They got everything running smoothly as such. So we need to learn a bit, from the enemy about running a smooth operation. And, the first thing, we get everybody agreeing on what we're trying to do, and then we start implementing ways to get that done. Putting it in simple terms, though.
Apparently,
Crickets?
Binance Smart Chain was hacked as well.
Sure, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at this point. They're all like claiming they're hacked and everything gets hacked at the same time and everything is crashing. Like, what the hell?
I just heard that the aliens are going to attack Earth.
Yeah, like the reptilians taking control over the crypto payouts. Like, I don't believe that kind of stuff.
No, this is even more elaborate. This stuff is about CIA disinformation agents. It's about newly released UFO material, and it's about this narrative that they seem to be trying to push that these aliens, quote unquote, are a potential threat to national security.
Yeah, this is a cryptocurrency show.
Yeah, but still, everything is connected.
You're
You know.
the wrong one.
The what?
I said you're in the wrong show. What you talking about? Yep.
Yeah, I'm talking about disinformation. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, and control of media and that kind of thing. And if you think like somehow cryptocurrency would be a separate matter from all these things, I'm just making an example.
No. It's been a very, in my opinion, coordinated week with the media. It's been one story after the next negative story for Bitcoin. So I mean, yeah, it's been pretty interesting watching the media come out with stories.
Yeah, we know what the next agenda is because we got them on hidden camera talking about it. And in case somebody missed that, that's climate change, and stoke that fire for all it's worth. When of course COVID doesn't give any ratings anymore. People are getting sick of COVID, it seems. No pun intended.
Gonna get us so fucking far pushed down on the reach level on YouTube.
Yeah, and this is all about who controls the narrative. If we did, of course, we would already have cryptocurrency available and probably a lot more resource-based economy as such. But we don't have a voice. We're the peasants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, we are losing our voice.
And that's why I'm talking about what this information machine is trying to do, and coming up with. Because you all saw that UFO disclosure thing, They're treating us like fucking children. It's straight in your face now. Star Trek is real now. And you're supposed to fucking eat it up. And that's why I'm saying it. Yeah, you're gonna sell you a lot more crap than that too before you start puking. But yeah, I don't know why people keep swallowing all that shit, to be honest.
So I have one last thing maybe, like, we're dealing with that whole, this is kind of political, we're dealing with the whole situation in Israel, right, in Palestine and stuff. And in the past, like we had in
Right.
Venezuela, the Venezuelan government was financially destroyed, right, and they were talking about moving into a cryptocurrency, and I was thinking now in Gaza, Palestinians would have a lot of difficulty with finance too, or very soon. How feasible is it to introduce a crypto for such things, or is there a crypto they could use to create an alternative economy?
Yes, there are coins. What is the one? They're tied to an actual physical card, but what is it called? Yeah, Crypto.com has the crypto cards. But there's a give and a take with it. You have to hold so much. You have to basically invest, couple thousand to get any sort of real buying power. So, but that would be an alternate economy, something that in case they froze your bank accounts and stuff, in case of conflicts that were happening, you would still be able to buy stuff.
Yeah, because
what would be an ideal economy then?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, it is going to be very difficult, but because their banking system is going to be targeted too now. Like, it's going to be very difficult. Like, we have here in my own country, for example, you're not allowed to send money to Iran or something. You're not allowed to send money to Yemen. Your bank account will be locked instantly. So, and I fear that for the Palestinians, like in Gaza area, that this is going to happen too. And I think, like, how feasible is it to like have their own crypto, and does it actually help them to get more independence too if they have their own like crypto economy? Is it time for that?
I think with like missiles flying in their like living rooms and stuff, crypto is not like the first priority. You know, get the bombs out and get some peace in there first, and then you might be able to introduce a cryptocurrency. Right now, that's not feasible, and you're kind of picking the most problematic places. How about like the Netherlands? That would probably be an easier place to get crypto going.
Yeah, but like yeah, people already own a lot of crypto in here. Like, yeah, but they're all like in like this. Like
There's already 6,000 plus cryptocurrencies. Is there really a need for another one? Unless you have a really good idea that hasn't been done yet, why would you make a cryptocurrency? Just to make one, just to do it? I mean, it's the only reason.
Oh well, I have a very good idea, so I don't need to answer the rest of that.
I'll tell you something about the Netherlands, which has like the population of the city of Los Angeles, right? Our economy is about twice the size of Sweden, right? But our financial economy is larger than the economy of Germany. It's one of the biggest financial industries in the world. There is an financial establishment here that is so big that they're not going to switch to anything crypto. They're going to make their own crypto. Like, they're so big that they must. I think only like China or the USA are bigger in the financial industry. Seriously.
Well, you have to think about this part. If you're going to introduce crypto, that means you have to do away with the regular banking system at some time. And you have a powerful fucking institution there that is not interested in seeing their demise come from some digital whatever currency. So they will be fighting this, you know, very hard. And just look what happened, China, you know. China says no to cryptocurrency. And that's pretty much, you know, that final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, well, I think if you want like a feasible cryptocurrency, you need a country like perhaps like Russia or something that has like a huge population and a huge economy, but has like a small banking world compared to that. Because a country
yeah, all of the Baltic states are all cash based. Yeah, they would definitely benefit from a digital currency.
Yeah. Because in here, the banking industry is so big, they will just press one button and our government completely bans everything. That's how big they are. They're much bigger than the government. Like, if you're talking about we all Dutch people together, like all taxes, everything, the entire economy, like the biggest harbor in Europe, everything together makes about like what 900 billion a year, right? But the financial industry makes about like 7,000 billion.
A lot of countries, the government and the bank is the same thing. And of course, that would just make it automatic ban and no cryptocurrency, you know, because that would be, you know, the national currency that would be under threat.
And we have a Dutch crypto.
Go ahead.
We have a Dutch crypto. It's called the gulden. That is pretty much the guilder. That was our coin before we had the euro introduced. That is how our cryptocurrency is called. It is there. It is being used already. This is the Dutch crypto, national crypto.
Well, remember the Venezuelan one when they're, you know, because the bolivar has been losing value ever since they just closed themselves off from the rest of the world. But the petro went nowhere. You know.
Yeah. It is,
you know, as long as we can control the cryptocurrency, then we'll have a cryptocurrency, but it will not be a true cryptocurrency, not a decentralized tool for us to use. It will be something they use to control us with again.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, the petra was created due to the raising inflation of the bolivar. They had to add extra. They're going to reissue their money this year and add extra zeros to it. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
I think a cheeseburger will cost you almost 3 million bolivar, which is equivalent to like $3, I think. It's turning into like Zimbabwe money, where in Zimbabwe, $3 trillion will buy you a bottle of water, which is equivalent to 80 cents. So,
yeah, numbers are numbers. Inflation up and inflation. But what would be the ideal system? Currency-wise or economy-wise.
well, it would be an unregulated cryptocurrency, to be honest, where there was no real oversight from any banking institution. Yes, there will be whales. Yes, it will go down, but it will have a mind of its own. And what we've seen with cryptocurrency over the years is regulation, regulation, regulation. Yes, there were scams going on, but there's scams that go on every day in the stock market. IPOs, back end deals. Yes, the whales will come and go, but the average guy can be using a currency how he wants to. Untraceable currency.
I mean, the manipulation that we see in crypto compared to the manipulation that we see in the stock market is nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not even talking about the fiat currency market.
I'm talking in a wider sense here. If you could control the whole thing and not just, control the aspects of it that made you, or made your transactions more secure from a would-be thief or whatever. I'm talking about, if you could do a complete makeover, you had control of all the money on the entire planet, how would you structure a new economy?
I mean, I don't have money. I don't have control of all the money of the planet, so why would I be thinking about something like this?
Well, because, one day we will probably have that as like a common task. Not me and you, I'm talking about all of us. If we're talking about decentralized systems and such, of course, we're going to have to be talking about, the transactions themselves, and me turning a product into another product or commodity that's needed in the market. If we're bypassing the token as such, could we do this digitally? Could we bypass the whole wasteful economy system and the whole monetary system itself, and just go straight for resources and monitoring resources?
Well, in essence, that could be done tomorrow. I mean, if countries would adopt legal tender, in Japan, cryptocurrency is a legit payment. It is a legal payment in that country. It just has to come down to the people. What will the people want? I mean, if you go to every store or whatever and they take the currency, then it has real inherent value to the people.
Well, like you said, Japan. I mean, Japan is one of the only few countries that has actually acknowledged that cryptocurrency is currency and not property or assets. So I just wanted to point that out.
Well, yeah, that's been the big, what the fuck moment. Like I was talking, sorry, I shouldn't have said that on YouTube, whatever. But up until 2014, we were spending cryptocurrency, on dark places on the internet. I'm not going to say where, but we were using it as a currency.
Yeah.
And it wasn't up until the exchanges went around that that anybody thought that they would be worth it. Like honestly, if you would have told me in 2013, 2014, oh, this would be worth $50,000 in like 10 years, I would have told you you're smoking too much drugs or some shit. But now, like I'm gonna eat those words because the only thing that I thought about it is a currency. I think there's some sort of disconnect in a lot of the world where they're looking at it as an investment, which it can be. There is a currency market. A lot of people do it, with regular currency. But in the long run, we have to look at it as an alternate payment system, which it is as well.
Yeah, this is where the confusion comes in, because on one side, people are making money off of the stock cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever. And that is, of course, connected to the old banking fiat currency system. And that makes things go up and down and up and up. But that's not how actual cryptocurrency would work. Cryptocurrency is slow. It creates a code. It secures a transaction. It provides a service. And you have to keep on doing that, provide that service over time. You can't just, suddenly inflate that, So cryptocurrency in itself is more of a resource-based type economy than the old economy is. But this whole bubble about crypto, up and down in crypto, is nothing but that is crypto in relation to the stock market and the old economy. And that is, of course, not what we're talking about. We're talking about creating a new economy. So let them have their fucking bubble and burst and whatever, eat me. We're going to get cryptocurrency going on this fucking planet. And getting rid of these evil fucking banks. Sorry for saying fuck so many times.
It's all true. You can say fuck. I don't think it will get monetized or whatever. We'll see.
Well, yeah, I do weekly transactions, with cryptocurrency, but the transaction fees for many of the coins are getting to the point where it's getting ridiculous. There are a few old coins that are still around that, like Litecoin, a few others that, have seemed pretty stable as far as it goes to transactions, But in the long run, these kind of questions with cryptocurrency need to come up more often, I believe, that was the original plan with Bitcoin, was to create an alternate economy, which it was doing perfectly well for a little while.
Well, that's pretty much the basic idea here. Exchanging this monetary system that is not resource-based, and gold is not a resource, so don't start talking about gold-backed money or whatever. That's just stupid. We're talking about something that actually has a value, intrinsic value in itself. And gold doesn't have more value than whatever use you can get out of it in electronics or whatever. And you can burn paper for heat, so that pretty much evens out the whole thing there. But cryptocurrency, again, provides a service. So just so everybody understands how it's so totally different from something that is just a symbolic value.
Here we go. More shitty. I saw an article just right now. They're calling it a Bitcoin bubble burst.
Yeah, I just said that word for word.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah.
It's not exactly a bubble. I mean, it's more of a market correction, because if it was a bubble, I mean, Bitcoin's been around, for well over a decade now. It's not really a bubble spanning a decade. It is what you would call more of a market correction.
Yeah, well, let's just be honest here. Crypto is blockchain. The blockchain has not been corrupted in any way whatsoever. It hasn't lost any value, quote unquote. So,
well, there's been people over the years that have tried to destroy Bitcoin. That's sort of
well, of course, it's been attempted to sabotage, and that's not what I'm talking about. But due to this market crash or whatever, the crypto blockchain itself has not taken any damage due to that. That is still an intact system that works every day. You can mine coins right now if you want to. That's what I'm talking about. But if you want to exchange it for fiat currency, you might get, nothing soon or whatever. But
that's
it's
where
still
you start
providing,
getting into text.
What? It's still adding to a blockchain, and that's the important part. And I know this is where it gets technical and complicated, but that's an actual real thing. That's a code, So yeah, it's not the same as money. You can't just say cryptocurrency is like any currency. It's a totally different beast.
AK, you were saying something?
No.
Oh.
I mean, what do you want to say?
I don't know.
Well, I want to say that I see a world where we could do without this monetary system, and I feel that it's ultimately rooted in a scarcity-based system that is, primitive, old school, and old way of thinking that we don't really need anymore. And, it's psychologically rooted in fear of not having enough, that kind of stuff. And we have abundant amounts of everything. If people just stop being greedy and needing to have their little extra, and creating a bunch of waste and bullshit and pollution in that process, we could have a system that actually was like a harmonic working thing, more like a computer system, just.
I don't know. I thought my porn coin would have gone somewhere.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah. If we named the coin "Smack the Monkey," I'm pretty sure we would have a whole bunch of buyers.
Not a bad
and now
idea.
You're starting to think in the direction I'm going, but I have an even better name for it. Trust me.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad idea because there is a real economy there, right? So probably the biggest on the internet.
I'm pretty sure you cannot beat the name "Smack the Monkey." It's not happening.
Call it Smack.
Smack the monkey coin or monkey coin? Or how would you?
No, the coin would be called "Smack the Monkey" and the ticker would be "Smack."
But no coin. Or no indication of it being a cryptocurrency. It's just about smacking a monkey, where you have a digital option to just smack a monkey and you get a token for doing that. I get it. It's fine.
Just like the word smack is a good ticker.
Well, the whole idea behind my coin was that a lot of these guys will use their credit cards to get subscriptions for their pornography. If they would swap it for a coin, the statement would only say that you're transferring it to a coin. Therefore,
not out loud, dude. Come on, this is an idea that
this
funny.
has already been done. This has already been done. There are porn coins out now. People have already.
Oh yeah, there's one for NFTs called Cum Rocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cum Rocket.
Cum
Yep.
coin?
Cum Rocket. No.
Yeah.
Cum Rocket.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I'm kidding. But yeah, this is like, people will buy anything if you market it right. And I'm getting some people in marketing together to help us do this stuff.
All right.
Dead ear and crickets.
I was literally looking at, like, there's literally a coin called Cocaine Cowboy, and the ticker is called Coke. I was looking for that.
There's a lot of stupid fucking cryptos.
Crack coin. This is crack coin.
There's also this coin called Method Coin.
Cowboys.
There's also the called Method Coin, but the ticker isn't even called Matt. It is MTHD or something. It should be called Matt, the ticker.
Yeah, we need to get on this fucking train before it leaves.
I don't think it's a bad idea though. Like I said, you need a real economy, so you have to either, if you want like a big push, I think you need like focus on gaming, either gaming, and then being able to donate like on Twitch and stuff to people, or you need to go into porn. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, seriously.
I have it.
Well,
I
hey, you got a good chance. You got a good chance of getting accepted by Pornhub because I mean they got nuked from all the payment providers, if you remember, because they were hosting child pornography. Inadvertently, they say they weren't doing it on purpose, but they were hosting it.
I'll give you, porn is a big fucking category. I'll give you that. Sex on the whole thing. That's pretty much, the.
Well, we can actually a little history about pornography. The first payment systems on the internet were designed for pornography.
Yeah, I know, but we have another one. We have a bigger one. What is the biggest online thing that has ever existed?
Pornhub.
Porn.
No. There's something bigger.
Wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
No, social media is actually bigger than porn. Believe it or not.
I don't know the net traffic. I think it's one third of the net traffic in the entire world is dedicated to pornography. Maybe even higher.
That's old stats. The thing that has the most traffic on the planet is Facebook.
Okay, that's fair. But like, if you look at sites like TikTok has huge traffic. People are looking for like whatever, like semi like sexy celebrities and stuff, twerking girls and all that stuff. That's what they're doing on TikTok. And people on Facebook are looking for like sex talks and stuff in their DMs and stuff. So you're talking still about porn.
Yeah, I know. TikTok is winning a lot of ground by being like raunchier and and they're being smarter as such. But Facebook, did the all-round thing, the family thing and the connection thing, and they did it so early that they cornered the market on it,
Yeah, but there's like a huge percentage of Facebook users use it for dating and stuff too, right? And like for sex talks.
Yeah, exactly, for contact with other people. That we're social creatures. We suffer if we don't talk to other creatures, so to speak. But yeah, that's pretty much how. If you want to, trick somebody into something, just tell them it's a big fucking party with a lot of cute girls or guys, whatever your fancy may be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever your fancy may be.
Yeah, well, like, but this.
I'm trying to be politically correct here. Whatever.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
I'm saying is like when you say like social media is bigger than porn. Yeah, well, I think like a huge share of social media is also porn and sex, and even though it's not like as public as like
Yeah,
Pornhub.
but that's the new porn market. You know, people sending dick pics and you know other stuff to each other like titty flash, whatever. You
Yeah,
know,
that's different.
much more exciting than some commercial porn.
True. That is what I also noticed that yeah, on the internet it is more like yeah, the commercial porn is being replaced by like normal people doing shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I want to do with the political system too. You know, replace it with people and direct voting instead of fat politicians. And we can do pretty much the same with the money system and cryptocurrency. And yeah, all connected.
But didn't like Pornhub and people like launch their own coin in the past? Wasn't that like a thing, or was it just like a rumor? Or
I kind of do remember them at one point having a token. I just don't remember what the hell it was. I think you're right about that.
I'm searching for it real quick. Oh,
yeah, we can make it token of anything on anything. It just needs some kind of function and value, quote unquote.
So in January, Pornhub started accepting XRP, Doge, BNB, and USDC, and like literally in February, crypto became the only option for Pornhub Premium. It says. So they're saying, and 23 January, they also start accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin. That is BNB, I think. So
you can bet your ass that Pornhub has money in cryptocurrency.
Oh, of course.
A lot of it. That's a
You know
smart
the
fucking.
the history of Pornhub. It was designed by hackers. Seriously.
yeah, but I don't blame them. And there's a lot of people who want to like buy like. Think about the old like movie rental stores and stuff. Look at these shady characters secretly renting these porn movies and stuff, right? With these shady figures with like long black coats and stuff. Yeah, well, online they also want to stay anonymous, right? They don't want to like have everyone know they're having like the highest level Pornhub premium account. They use like crypto for it. Like their wife can't know about it.
Yeah, but this is the old shameful porn world. Porn went like full open public and accepted a few years ago. Nobody cares about porn now. You heard anything about porn over like the last 10-15 years?
Okay, but then you're talking about Norway, the US, and like Europe, right? But there's still like many countries where it's not like that, right? Like it's kind of like behind
well,
the shady.
The stands. A lot of its pornography is banned in most of the stands.
You don't do anything Western in the stands, of course.
No, they have similar views as us. Is that they were involved. A lot of them were gained their independence only in the last 20 or 30 years, and a few of them are still controlled by dictators. So.
Yeah, I know, but when it comes to like you get down to Pakistan and like India and stuff, you have some old school type, moral code there that, yeah, it's very embedded in the people. I've been to India. I noticed, it's certain stuff you don't do, like swear in public and stuff like that. They're very shocked about stuff like that, So, different world.
Don't forget. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just saying that sounds fun to swear in public in India,
Yeah.
just to shock them.
Yeah. Don't forget like famous countries like Kyrgyzstan or with their president
Kyrgyzstan, yeah.
Sadir Yaparov as president, or Tajikistan, right?
Yeah, and then and the crazy dictator that won't let their people leave. It's the second North Korea in the world is Turkmenistan.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, a lot of people don't even know,
Once-
know it's North Korea.
I heard about that. Yeah, yeah,
Once I
really
got into a fight with some shop owner in Thailand, and I tore up. I forgot the whole thing about the king and the picture and stuff. So I tore up the money I had just because it was a little money. I was just super angry just to make a point. But they have the face of the king on the money, and it's strictly forbidden to destroy a picture of the king. You get fucking jail time for that. So I was like, oh my god, and got out of there in a hurry. But yeah, be
Pretty
careful
fucked
the
up.
customs.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucked up there. So someone in the chat says hold till 2256. Well, it's already up again to like 38,000 guys. So just saying.
I guess we had no influence.
Yeah, well, during this show, it went up from $36,000 to $38,000 in value, the Bitcoin. So
Yeah, I'm like,
it's settling around 37. It seems like we're building support. It's not 100% yet, but at initial review right now, it looks like we're building support around 37. So we'll find out later on in this week, but it does look like we are starting to build support and things are starting to slow down. We're now down 4.7%. So it's a lot better than it was earlier, sure. And that's
Yeah.
just 1 day move, man. Like, that's the thing that's fucking crazy here.
yeah,
We went from, what is it? Upwards, I think it was like 50K, right?
yeah, even higher. 55K was like the max or something. it reached. Maybe even 60K is like the max it reached.
It was like 50. It was like 50K, 52K, 55K, whatever it was. We dropped down to 29K. We bounced off 29K, and now we're all the way back up to 38K. That is fucking crazy volatility.
but this is not a true measure of cryptocurrency success. The true measure would be the implementation of cryptocurrency in systems and places and stuff. And when everybody's using it now, then you have a system that works. Just this going up in the stock market doesn't really mean shit.
Well, that would be the way out if now the news breaks that instead of new investors jumping in, there will be companies saying like we're going to adopt this cryptocurrency. That's what we actually need, a real physical economy behind it, because then the normal people can invest in it.
Yeah. But I think once we get more people to understand what cryptocurrency actually is, that it actually is something, it does something, it provides a service, and it's not just like token value. Then people will start to understand that this is a better system to have implemented than this.
What we just need is
this.
Like what we just
Go
need
ahead.
is like what I'm saying is like what we just need, like it needs to be implemented right into the system, because it would be nice like Jeff Bezos, for example, saying tomorrow, yeah, well, I like this dip, I will buy 50 billion in Bitcoin and everything will go up, it will go skyrocket to 100K, but the second he will say like I'm going out of it, it will be gone again. Like that's not how it works. Like in the long run, you need like implementation, and like it would be better instead of like Jeff Bezos saying like I'm going to buy Bitcoin. I'm going to say like I want all Amazon payments going through Bitcoin, right? That's what we need.
Yeah, exactly. Then now you're talking logic here, and of course he could have done that a long time ago, at least open the door for it. But he's probably in bed with financial institutions. Or, you would bet your ass on that, since he's, probably the richest, if not one of on the planet.
Yeah, I think he's still the richest.
I would say he's the one in most control of stuff, at least.
Yeah, but I just think that is like that's what needs to happen. It needs implementation, and like yeah, you see it now partly, and like especially like the digital providers, like hosting providers, web hosting providers and stuff. They can easily do it because the service is digital, and there's a lot of overselling happening, meaning they don't care too much if it like drops in value. They can still like provide their services with a profit, right? But like real goods and stuff, like if a Bitcoin drops 10% in value, you're going to make loss on the product, and that's just yeah they're scared of doing that.
Look at three people: Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Jeff Bezos. Together, they have, more money than a lot of countries, and they can, pretty much rule the world as they see fit with their money. And I'm hoping that along the way, somebody or everybody will actually see the problem here. The money and the capitalist system itself. And it does not have any regulation to it, You could have one person owning everything. I view this as very problematic. It creates this, fantasy world where you can do anything and own everything and be some kind of god. And that plays into all the instincts we have from survival days. And it's easy to get that snake going, The snake wants more. It wants control. It craves control. So he wants all the money on the planet. My job is to show everybody the snake. Did you see it now? I'm displaying it. Holding it up.
Okay, Bitcoin is going up wild. By the way, it's going to reach 40k.
Yeah.
It will raise.
I'm actually I'm paraphrasing the Bible here. Moses held up a snake and showed the people in the desert, and they were all,
I'm
40? You lied to me. It's 38,282.
Yeah, but it just went up like almost 5% since the day started here.
Well, that's the Asian market right now. It's opening up.
Yeah. Okay, our market opens up in 4
Well,
hours.
I would think they would be selling off more because they are basically banned in China. I mean, I know Asia is bigger than just China, but
Yeah.
China's a large percentage of Asia. We'll put it that way.
China is a fucking scary communist capitalist expansion model gone insane.
Yeah, but let me just I will give one advice on China. That depends on who is in the crypto market from China, because China has like a super fast growing consumer market, and if they have crypto digitally, like if China bans the crypto, it means they can't exchange it into fiat anymore, right? But they can still use it to order stuff. So, and because they have a rising consumer market, they can order products, right, at stuff, and they might still do that. So yeah.
Well, they forbid businesses from accepting cryptocurrency or selling it.
Yeah, but I mean, the Chinese person can also order stuff in Germany. I mean, if they have a crypto wallet, they can order something in Germany, and the German people can just send it to these Chinese people, technically, and then the government, won't know how it is paid for, right?
Well, yeah, they could do that, or they could do OTC desk. There's all sorts of things that they could do. You just obviously, as a Chinese person, you'd have to be very careful, because if you get caught doing that, you'd be fucked. But I think that we're just kind of rambling on now. I think it's a good time to end the show.
Yeah, I gotta have some things I need to do.
Okay, we'll stop the stream then.
Yeah.
We have something else. Do we have like a PSA for this one, or?
Not really.
Come on with a PSA, AK, like real fast.
I have no idea.
Hold on for dear life.
Yeah. Total.
Spay and neuter all fiat currency bankers.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here.
Okay, sharing is caring.
Later.
We did 2 hours.
Yeah. All right, I'll be back in the chat for the tomorrow show. Okay.
Okay then.
All right.